KSL's Cold podcast is back. Breaking news and revealing additional discoveries from the Susan Powell investigation.
This time the podcast has new information that suggests her husband, Josh Powell, tried to scam insurance companies.
Yeah, tonight host Dave Cawley has stunning new details uncovered while looking into a shoulder injury Josh Powell suffered around the time that his wife disappeared in the car crash he claimed caused it.
I was just thinking, what are you doing? The light was green, you were going right, and then you slammed on your brakes. What were you doing?
Jeff Lewis could never have guessed that he would still be talking about this seemingly inconsequential fender bender on the Bangor Highway from the summer of 2009, 10 years later.
It wasn't even enough to really, when I hit him, to really make my head whiplash or my neck whiplash or anything like that.
Jeff rear-ended Josh Powell 3 months before Susan Powell vanished. But it turns out this wasn't a first time for Josh, or even a second. We've dug up records showing Powell had a history of making sudden stops in traffic, getting hit from behind, and trying to cash in on insurance.
Next thing I knew, he had actually stopped abruptly.
Take this crash from 2003, a slow-speed rear-ending in which police reported no damage to Josh's van. But as soon as police left, Josh had Susan drive him to the emergency room. The doctor prescribed pain pills and told him to take it easy. End of story, right? Wrong.
But to get treatment for what? Nothing? That's what it seems like.
Josh spent months receiving chiropractic and massage therapy care, all billed to the auto insurance. Bob Powers had no idea Powell also pocketed more than $6 grand in a settlement from his insurance until we showed him the check.
Just astounding. Good income for a couple of months back then, maybe.
Perhaps the best evidence that Josh's pain was bogus comes from this video his dad shot 2 months after the crash. It shows Josh using his arms and upper body to drive a big rig without so much as a wince. Yet 3 days after Steve Powell shot this video, his son arranged for another 2 months of chiropractic care. Again, the bills went to the auto insurance.
I hear it's been, what, 16 years ago? The first I've heard of it.
If twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a trend. A few months before Josh met Susan in 2000, he came to an unexplained stop in traffic.
Really, we were going, the miles per hour was like 2 or 3, maybe. I mean, it was very much, we just started going and then immediately stopped and had impact.
A quick exchange of information left the other driver, Nicole Lyons, thinking it was no big deal.
Would it surprise you to learn that he claimed injury out of that crash?
Yeah, that would be surprising. I don't remember there being any concern of injury.
If you're thinking Josh called a chiropractor, you're right. And he hired a personal injury lawyer to demand Nicole's insurance pay up. In the end, he pocketed about $700.
Josh's car crashes and the petty insurance claims he filed obviously pale in comparison to the tragedy of what eventually unfolded in the Powell family. But you can hear why one of those drivers says this car crash con could point to a possible motive for the murder of Susan. A brand new episode of Cold is available right now.
Yeah, kind of adds to his character of what we already kind of know of him, right?
A new light on the personality of Josh Powell, absolutely.
Interesting. All right. Thanks a lot,
Thanks.
Dave.
You bet.